So, you ever buy anything on Craigslist? I have, more than I'd like to admit. But behind me is what you get on Craigslist for $100,000. That's right, I spent $100,000 on Craigslist ad. Talk about watch out for scammers. But this one turned out to be a pretty good deal. Behind me, you see all the survey markers. I bought some lots off Craigslist, for sale by owner. I'm gonna give you a tour, show you what I got. Tell me what you think. Come on, let's go check it out. So I get a lot of questions about sourcing deals, what I'm looking for, how do I find these deals. I'm gonna go over some of that as I walk the property with you here. Also at the end, I'll break down some of the financials on the whiteboard. That's right, we're gonna hit the whiteboard. So stick with me till the end and check that out. I'll run down some of the numbers with you. But here you can see the survey markers. So those delineate each individual lot. So we've got 5 lots here, and this is the backside of the property. But when I'm looking for deals, it's like, hey, how do you find those deals? Or what are you looking for when you're looking for splits and subdivides? And I just look at a lot of listings, a lot of deals, combing the MLS, and most of them aren't going to be what you're looking for. So you could easily be like, yeah, none of this looks like what I'm looking for, and that's kind of the point. You're going to have to dig through, I don't know, 1,000. When I filter the MLS for land deals, there's probably 1,500 land deals there that I could just look through and comb through and have to look at, and maybe 1 or 2 of them pop up as a viable candidate, maybe 3 or 4, but with the pricing and everything coming out just to be right, you really got to look at everyone, look everywhere, in every corner, in every nook, in every cranny, and sometimes that nook and that cranny in that dark corner leads you to the Craigslist listings. And this is not the first time I've bought land off of Craigslist, so here it is. I've bought land. See some of my other videos, I'm looking in the newspaper. That's right, my mailbox has pretty much every local, little skinny local newspaper, whatever newspaper they're putting out where there's classified ads. I'll subscribe to it and I'll pay the money, and I'm going straight back to the for sale by owner listings, the real estate for sale listings, the auction listings in the newspaper. So I'm looking there. So it's literally anywhere that I think somebody might advertise a piece of real estate for sale, I want to subscribe to that. Look for, like I said, local newspapers. I've bought properties out of there. I did a video on it. Craigslist, here we are again, Craigslist. Zillow, for sale by owner listings. So you need to go through the filters and you need to list the for sale by owner ones and find those and look through those. Networking, auction listings, telling people you're buying land if they know you're buying property or real estate or that you're interested. Going to auctions, even if there's nothing there that you're going to buy, go stand there, and you never know who you're going to run into, because that's going to be somebody who's a real estate investor who's selling land, or is a real estate attorney, or you never know. So keep that in mind. And this one just happens to be a Craigslist listing. So, and even if you're looking at, you're going to get on Craigslist and you're going to comb through, for a year and not find anything, or maybe I get 1 or 2 deals off of Craigslist a year. That's a lot of looking at Craigslist without getting a deal. So keep that in mind. Most trips to Craigslist or most newspapers that you look through are not going to have a deal. But if there's 1 or 2 in there a year, that's pretty good if you make $20, $50, $100,000 off that deal. And that's what you're looking for. You got to mine one of these deals out. And the ones that don't work out help you see what you're not looking for. And that's just honing your research skills. And when I saw this one, I knew this was a deal. And so I'll tell you a couple things that I'm looking for so that you can also look for the same things. Now, this one was described as 5 lots. So the owner knew that it was, a 5-lot piece of land, but it had 1 tax ID, and the price was right for the area that was described, $100,000, 5 lots. I knew I'm interested. There's 5 lots in that area. I'm interested. So I did some more research. I knew where it was, right there across the street where I was just showing you where the RV was. There's another video on that property where I did a subdivide, and I did that one a couple years ago. So I'm pretty familiar with this area. All those lots across the street was another 5 lots that I did. And so that's it. You're learning what you're looking for. And so the more research, the better. Do as much research as you can. It had 2 sides of road frontage. So here's the back, 5 lots. And there it is. So if, it's got paved streets. You know that, okay, that's a plus for raw land. I see the neighbor's got all his stuff piled up against the property line. That's a potential buyer to me. See, right there, his stuff's on my property. Look at that, on my property. So just looking at as many deals as possible, even on Craigslist, helps you find good deals. Let's check out some of the numbers, and I'll talk some more about this particular deal and why it doesn't matter if it's a Craigslist or not. So the concept is a simple concept. And I just want to bring you to the whiteboard to help you visualize that. And I kind of explain because everybody wants to know about the numbers, the dollars, and I'll give that to you on this particular deal here, how it all kind of is working out. So the green is what I bought as far as it was under one tax ID. So this was 5 lots, but it had the same owner. And so the appraisal district treated as one piece of land. The legal description was actually the 5 lots. And so when they were selling it, they just treated it as one piece of land, they being the seller. So tax ID bought this property, paid $100,000 for it. And I'll give you some of the concepts of how the deals, I've seen them unfold like this, and I'll speak to this one in particular. So this property was part of an estate. There was 4 or 5 siblings involved, and I was dealing with one of the siblings who was the executor of the estate, which basically, not an attorney here, but the way I understand it, the executor is basically the one who liquidates, handles everything, kind of the point person on settling that estate. So the mother had passed away, and this one daughter that I was dealing with was the executor for the estate, and this piece of real estate was in that estate. And so she was dealing with her 4 siblings, and she had put an ad on Craigslist to try to sell this piece of property, and she listed it for $100,000, and she knew there was 5 lots, but she didn't want to go through the trouble of doing a split, selling that off one by one, because this one in the green was enough. That one piece of real estate was enough headache. I mean, could you imagine negotiating with 4 or 5 people, trying to get them all to agree on how much money they're going to get for mom's piece of property? And that's what this was. So $100,000, I didn't try to get her down on the price at all, because I know these lots in this area that I'm familiar with, I could sell these for about $50,000 a piece. So I know that's $250,000, retail list price, there it is. And she wants $100,000, that's gonna take care of all her problems, solve with her brothers, sisters. It's exactly what she's asking for. Nobody can say, oh, well, he's trying to get us, he's trying to do this, I think we should get more. They're gonna say that anyway, but at least, there you go. That's what you asked, I'm gonna pay it. Here we go. Sometimes it's best just to pay what they're asking and move on. So $100,000, could sell those for $50,000 a piece, $250,000. Take away the $100,000, take away some cost and stuff like that. So it's a good deal. It's more than a double, right? And that's a split. And that's what we got. So on Craigslist, $50,000. And then, or $100,000 for the whole thing, and then let's call it 50 a piece. Because everybody wants to know about the numbers, so there it is. In the spirit of transparency, to all my fun subscribers, there it is. So 250, take away 100. All my mathematicians out there, we got 150 left. So let's say we pay 5, 6, let's call it 10% of the sales price, $25,000. $125K, divide that by the original, 125% profit. Pretty good deal on Craigslist. But it's just looking in the nooks and crannies everywhere for a deal, because everybody's looking on the MLS, everybody's looking on Zillow. A lot of people are looking on Craigslist. Not everybody's looking everywhere all the time though, and so when the deal comes up, you got to be ready for it. She'd actually said, I listed this on Craigslist before and never got any answers or buyers, but I figured I'd try it again, and I'm thankful. I guess I missed it the first time, but here we are. So that's just kind of some tips, tricks, ideals, strategies that I use to find vacant land deals. I'm looking for splits like this, stuff like that. So I hope this helps you out. If you would, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you ever bought anything, any property off Craigslist, or if there's any unconventional ways that you have found real estate deals, let me know that too. Maybe we can add that to our repertoire, our toolbox of strategies for finding deals. Thanks again. See you on the next one.